but this is like half of a duplex, and
It smells crazy.
bro, it is goddamn. All right, so we are here in Central Florida, and I am going to look at a property that I'm buying on Friday. So this is another one that we're adding to the mix. We're gonna fix and flip this property. So coming in here, it is a doozy. You can just tell it smells ripe as hell. Oh my God. It's because they left all the appliances open and stuff. But this is like half of a duplex, and
It smells crazy.
bro, it is goddamn. I wish I could. Hold on, bro, I might throw up. Bro. Shit. Dude, don't go in there. So, so it is it's 2 bathrooms, and you know what's crazy is, like, as bad as it is, I mean, honestly, like, I look at this and I'm like, aside from Jesus Christ, aside from the smell, it's not that bad. I mean, this is just cosmetics. I know it sounds crazy, but it's just cosmetic stuff. We got the nice freaking neon green room. I know everybody wants to have a neon green throw up wall. That's what we're working with here. So here's the issue. I'm closing Friday. Technically, I'm not even supposed to be in here because he didn't really get me keys to enter, so we entered in through the garage, but hey, whatever. So I mean, what we'll do is we'll probably knock down this wall, fix up this, god damn. Dude. They left open the fridge. I mean, and you can tell the kind of clientele that we're living in here, no offense. But if you come out here, I mean, the backyard's actually pretty nice. I mean, pretty big. So that's a plus. Some people are neighbors out there. I don't want to go mess with them. But I mean, this place is, you know, it has some potential. We're in, if anyone's familiar with Orlando, we're in Pine Hills. A little bit more of a sketchier area, let's just call it, put it mildly. It's my favorite area in Orlando to invest in, I'm not gonna lie to you though. So I love buying houses over here. But yeah, this one, dude, we gotta go outside. We gotta go. All right, so we did our work here is done. I just needed to check it out, make sure that everything was like not terrible because there were some tenants living in it, as you can see out here. So look at the road. I mean, that's just a third, maybe a fourth of what they actually had here. So they just moved out, thank God. I'm closing on Friday. I told the guy, I'm like, listen, I'm not buying it with the tenants in it because I don't want to deal with the evictions and all that jazz. So realistically, by the time I paint it, clean out the roof, you can see here that's connected to like copy an identical model on this side. So we're just buying this half. And honestly, it's just gonna be some basic stuff. I need an AC, paint, kitchen, baths, flooring. That's pretty much it. A couple of good things I do like about it is like it's across from, you know, decent views and stuff. It is kind of by a busy road. This is like Hiawassee. If you're in Orlando, you probably know what that is. So other than that, it's not too bad. There's some decent amount of riffraff going on here though, I'm not gonna lie to you. The house over there got burnt down from a parent drug deal or something that went sour. I've bought one identical to this, like 2 streets over, and I flipped it before. So like that's why I'm so confident in this property, is because I flipped like an identical model to this before. So I mean, for me, it's copy paste. I'll buy it for $135. I'll put 35 into it, and it'll sell for 230-ish. Pretty similar to the condo, honestly. I mean, kind of comparable to that. So I like that stuff because it's affordable. People can actually afford to buy, and you know, well, whatever affordability means, but like cheaper stuff here in Orlando. And that's pretty much it, man. I mean, you know what's funny though? You can tell like my side of the roof is a lot better looking and in better shape than this side of the roof. So I'm probably just gonna like pressure wash it, clean it, may just paint this side. I don't know, man. I don't want it to look too different, but completely different owners on the right side than the left side. So that's one thing to consider. But so yeah, there's 8 people living in there. I mean, that place is small. It's 3-2, a makeshift 3-2, honestly. So that's another kind of project that I'm going to buy in here. So that'll make 5 fix and flips I have going on right now. I need to start selling some of these, man. Like some of these are sitting in the market, and so that's the one bad thing. But this one will probably move. It'll take me 3 to 4 weeks. I'll be done with that, and it'll move and groove. So That is another one that we're buying here in Central Florida, which is my favorite place to buy. So yeah, good stuff. We'll buy that Friday, start working on it Saturday, be done mid to in March. Beginning of March, my bad, whatever, something like that, about a month. All right, I am texting you the next address. So we're gonna go check that one out. I need to get in there so my guys can get in there and give me a quote. But we'll go take a look at that, see if we can get in there. And I need my guys to get a complete scope of work so that I know exactly how much it's gonna cost. I know what I'm telling them it's gonna cost, but I need to kind of get their approval. So we'll go to that one. It's about 15 minutes away from here. And then yeah, I'll meet you there. We bought this like a month ago and we are mid flip right now. So I want to give you like a breakdown of how much I bought it for, how much I'm going to put into it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, how much I sell it for. So the situation with this one was we bought it from an older lady who lived up north. There were some tenants in it that her husband had left for her to deal with. She didn't know what to deal with or how to deal with them. And they were pretty much squatters, hadn't paid. They sucked, honestly. Like everyone in the neighborhood hated them. So we bought it and it was completely trashed. So for an example, I mean, we're halfway done with the rehab right now, but like all this drywall from like here to the master bedroom had completely fallen through. So there was like pipe issues because they never reported anything. Pipes bursted. This place was flooded. Like literally there was like an inch of water throughout most of the area, through most of the unit, honestly. And we pretty much came and had to deal with all that. So it's been quite a bit of it. It's been an interesting situation to deal with because on top of that, I'm dealing with the association who I'm trying to fight with and get money from because I think they should cover that because it's behind the walls, but they think otherwise. So here's what it looks like right now. This is like the kitchen. I know it's a little bit smaller. We do have hookups for washer dryer that I will put in whenever we're finished. We're gonna put white shaker cabinets. All this stuff for this flip has come from Home Depot. I think all materials, I'm pretty sure we've bought them all right now, came out to like 11,400 and some change. I can actually look real quick just to see. So this project, 2025, we have spent $11,102 for this project. That's just on materials. And then of course I had to pay my guys. When it's all said and done, I'm guessing, and I know because we're almost done, we pretty much have everything, it's gonna be around 35 grand. So numbers wise, I bought it for $85,000 2 months ago. Not quite, about a month and a half ago. I'm gonna put $35,000 into it. And then I really, really hope and I think that I'll be able to sell it for like $215,000 to $225,000. I know condos are weird in Orlando right now or everywhere in Florida, so I'm not the biggest fan of them. But there are a few comps. Like there's 3 comps that are also in the association. And one of them's listed for $250,000, one of them's listed for $230,000, and then one just got listed for $225,000. All of them look a lot worse than ours. Like ours is gonna be updated, new everything. Theirs is like old school, hasn't been updated in like 5 years, whatever type stuff. So I'm gonna have the best product and undercut all of them. So they're gonna hate me, but it is what it is. Going back to like things that were messed up. So all this is new drywall. This bathroom is connected to the other bathroom for the other room. And when I first came in here, you could literally see through to the kitchen. So behind this wall is like the kitchen. This was all see-through because all the drywall has gotten messed up from the leak. A leak right here, and that was from the top unit and this unit. Pipes bursted, everything got super messed up. So we had to come in and do drywall, put the new shower in, replace all this, new vanities, basic stuff. The thing I really like about properties like this and what I like to call like cosmetic flips is like it's the same type stuff. I mean, is it the highest end? No, because the price point's a little bit smaller. So I don't need to go do the top finishes on everything. I still want to make it very nice, right? But it's like I don't have to go do quartz or granite, right? I'm just going to do laminate for the countertops because every other unit here has that. And then making sure that we make it efficient price-wise. So that's pretty much the setup that we have going on right now. It was really, really jacked up with the way they left her. The tenants did. They never paid for like 2 years. And so we had to go through probate. We had to deal with all that. We helped her out. She lived upstate in Massachusetts. So she loves me now. She calls me once a week, so that's good. She's a sweetheart. But yeah, man, it was a little bit stressful dealing with all that. But I think when it's all said and done, this is gonna be a banger of a deal. And I'm excited for it. So should be done in like 2 weeks. And then if I can sell it for $215,000 to $225,000, I'd be ecstatic. Lastly, actually what I'm trying to do, the guy that lives, I don't know, like one in the middle right over here, he actually wants to buy this unit. So he's renting over there and he wants to buy our unit. So we're an in unit, right? I mean, you can see like, even if they develop right through here, it doesn't really matter because we have, you know, more space, more availability, yada, yada. He likes that stuff. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna try to do is sell it to him with no realtors, no nothing, before I even have to list it. So if I can sell it to him for 220, 215, no realtor fees, none of that stuff, and not have to list it, I will do that all flipping day. He's super interested, supposedly, according to the property manager, like the maintenance guy, Jose, he's the homie. Apparently he's super interested, and I'm gonna try to get that deal done if I can in like the next week or so. And then lastly too, I mean, this is like the front room, so decent area. I mean, it's like 1,000-ish square feet. There's a lot of like UCF kids that live around here because we are 10 minutes from UCF. And what a common theme is like the parents will come in and buy these units for them and give them to their kids to live in, obviously while they're in school. That's exactly what happened to the one above us. Dad came in, bought it in end of fall. So like, I think he bought it like, I don't know, November or something, and son's starting at UCF in January. So son's living upstairs. I'm cool with that too. If mom or dad wants to come buy this unit, you can have it, rent to your son. You know, it's nice. I mean, I'd like to live here in college. This would have been perfect. So I think that's pretty much my plan. If I can sell this from like start to finish, have this whole project done in like 90 days for a flip, that's awesome, right? I mean, that'd be amazing because stuff's sitting on the market a lot longer here in Orlando. But that's pretty much my plan, man. I mean, hopefully I don't get any extra, you know, surprises. I think I've dealt with most of them, but I don't know. I think that we'll probably end up making 50, 60, maybe 70, I don't know, $70,000, which would be awesome. All right, so I came to this property that we own. We're turning it into a rental. The guy that lives there was actually the cousin of the owner that sold it to us. He thought that he owned the property and he was on the deed. So he's kind of playing hardball with us. I'm trying to be nice because the cousin sold it like without him knowing, and we didn't know he was obviously like dealing with this. So I'm trying to like work with him and things like that. The problem is he hasn't been paying rent. And so I'm trying to be nice, but I'm also like, hey, getting to the point where like we need rent obviously. And so we're in the process right now of refinancing it out because we bought it with hard money to potentially fix and flip, or we weren't quite sure what we were gonna do with it, but we're gonna end up turning it into a rental because it is a home run of a deal. So, I mean, he's fixed it up, like he's put his own money into it, so I do kind of feel bad in that regard, but I've let him live here for a couple months for free, and we're getting to the point now where like we need some rental money, especially as we refi and have it into like a long-term note. So I'm coming over here to try to be like, yo, what's up? And he obviously didn't answer, but I'm gonna have to keep trying to get on him because I'm charging him right now just like $1,500 a month, which like rent around here, we're like close to downtown Orlando is like, I mean, $2,000 at least. So I'm being like super conservative with everything for him and be like, listen, just pay me this until we refinance. We'll come up with a new structure. He is not answering. He's playing hardball. So I don't want to have to go evict him. But at the same time, dude, it's like, we can't just let him live there for free. This is freaking, we got bills to pay too. So that's the situation here that I tried to stop by as we're on the way to the next property, but no luck with him. So on to the next. So here's the situation with this house. I bought it 6 months ago. We bought it and we bought it off the MLS for like half off of what it was listed for. And we're trying to just wholetail it. So that pretty much means that we buy it, we clean it out, do a little bit of touch-ups, and then we'll sell it. So it's listed right now, but I completely forgot where the lockbox was, so I just texted my realtor, and he said it's in the tree, 5-1, and he's tripping. Oh, there it is. Okay, nice. I mean, that's interesting spot to put it. That's not the right key. So I'm just coming over here to check on it, make sure everything's good. We're also, just because things are not moving right now, like the market's a little bit weaker, especially for not completely fixed up product. I want to see if there's any like small touch-ups maybe we can do to fix things up and maybe get it to move a little bit quicker. So, boom. All right, so you come in and yeah, I could use some paint for sure, but it actually doesn't smell that bad. That's a step in the right direction. Oh, good. No light. So we're gonna have to use the old I mean, yeah, compared to the last shithole we were at. This is a super weird layout, and we also bought it for 125 grand. So in regards to, keep that in mind. You come back through, you have this back little room that has a window unit. Then it leads you outside, if I can get this open, to the quote unquote driveway, and then also the backyard. So it's like, you know, a small little setup back here. I mean, AC is gonna need probably a little bit of updating. I mean, it's fine, it's working. There's a shed in the back. I mean, you know, not bad. Not bad. We have the hot water heater out here. Like I said, this is the most interesting layout I've ever seen. So I'm a short guy, and like this is like me touching. So in reference to that. So here's the kitchen. Needs a few things. But here's what's really weird about this place. So, the hell? Dude, what the freak is this? Dude, some morons that came and checked it out and opened this up just left all this. Dude, people suck, man. People just suck. So somebody that came and looked at this house tried to get in the attic, and they just opened it up and said oopsie daisies and just left a bunch of crap everywhere. So I'm gonna have to clean that up. That's so annoying. Another room over here, you know, pretty basic. Oh, the point I was trying to make. So when we bought the house, right? I mean, we didn't, oh, why is the light not on? Just to show in here. We bought it and like they've updated the bathrooms. Like that's the one thing they've updated. So like, you know, these are solid bathrooms and there's 2 of them, right? So the only part of the house they've updated is the bath. So I don't know why lights aren't on. But I mean, you know, halfway decent. I mean, this is clean. People can live here. I mean, this is good. Everything else is pretty mid. So, you know, that's interesting. But it's in quote unquote close to rental grade condition. I mean, some landlord can come in here, paint this place, maybe throw down some floors, update the kitchens, and you'll be done. You can rent this thing out for a decent price. And other than that, it's pretty simple. We thought about doing the whole flip, but I'll be honest with you, like this is with my old company. So I didn't want to do that. We didn't want to allocate enough resources and time, energy, and effort to it, especially now that I'm doing my own thing. And he's doing his and stuff, so we just didn't want to do that. We're just trying to offload this one. So we'll still make money, hopefully. I mean, at least 30, 40 grand when it's all said and done, but that's what we call like a wholetail, which I'll turn this off, is instead of doing a whole flip, you pretty much buy it, do some small renos, small like touch-ups, and then relist the thing. You just got to get it at a good enough deal, which we're fortunate enough we did. And yeah, man, I mean, that's kind of like what we're working with on this flip. So that is what, 4 properties we looked at today? It's a lot, dude. There's a lot all over the place. I'm trying to buy a few more. The biggest problem right now in Orlando and just flipping in general is stuff is not moving near as quick as it used to. So I'm like, when you buy a property, you got to sit on it for a little bit longer. The cash conversion cycle is a little bit longer, and it's annoying unless you're wholesaling. But like when you're actually flipping, like, dude, stuff's sitting, which is something that I'm not used to. So that's what we're trying to learn, like how to deal with cash, how to manage cash, things like that. But it's not all sexy just to, oh yeah, I made 40 grand flipping this house. Meanwhile, it took you 8 months, you know? So that's something to consider as well. And that is the last stop of the day, man. So flipping, that's what like a day in the life, I guess, looks like when you're flipping houses in Central Florida. I don't know, dude. I hope my partner turned on the power. I think he turned it off for some reason. I don't really remember why, but no lights are turning on. Oh, and look at this. I mean, this is a nice touch, you know, the hand-drawn address, 1103. That's a beautiful little addition there. That's how you know you're in a really, really solid area.